They have been rolling on the Godzilla and King Kong movies for a while now, and it kind of culminated with that Godzilla versus Kong movie. And I'll tell you what, I had fun with it. I mean, there was some really, really stupid stuff in it. No doubt. Absolutely, there was some pretty dumb stuff in it. But I got a big kick out of it. And I don't care what anybody says, but when King Kong comes out of there and he's wielding his own Mjolnir, I was just giddy as a kid, man. I had a blast with it despite all the dumb stuff. And it was one of the most important movies for Hollywood in the last couple of years because it was like one of the first, Ray, if I remember correctly, first big feature release film, despite the fact that Warner Brothers put it out day and date with HBO Max. It was one of the first big feature films to be released in the theaters in the era of the pandemic. And it actually made some money, and that kind of made it like just an incredibly important film on that level as well. Well, they've been talking for a while that they're going to be doing Godzilla vs. Kong 2. And they've been shooting it for a while, and today we got our first little teaser and a title. The name of the movie is Godzilla X Kong. The new, what is it, Ray? The new dynasty?
The new empire?
The new empire, that's what it is. Godzilla, not VS Kong, it's Godzilla X Kong. I don't know if D-Generation X is going to come out or anything like that. That's an old callback. A new empire. Now, what is interesting is, Jonathan, bring that screenshot back up again for a second that you just had there. What's interesting is, or go over to mine. Go over to my thing here. It's kind of starts off with this figure, right?
Right.
And at first I thought that was King Kong sitting on his throne.
Reminds me of Conan the Barbarian at first.
Yeah, it was a little bit of King Conan feeling in there, right? So, but as the camera pans back, you get this really neat shot. This is very creative of the Godzilla and King Kong skulls. And then we get a closer. Then, of course, it brings up the title, Godzilla X Kong New Empire.
That looks a little too much like Suicide
Harley
Squad.
Quinn. Yeah,
Harley
little
Quinn.
Harley Quinn, the Fabulous Emancipation, a little bit of Suicide Squad in there too, doesn't it? You're right. They're both under Warner Brothers banner. Maybe there was, maybe there's the same guy.
Like,
same
can you
guy.
Use your font real quick. Just
They come down
Papyrus font.
Cookies.
And then, of course, we get a look at, I guess, what is the new villain of the film, who is clearly one of Kong's descendants. Now, of course, in Godzilla versus Kong, they did set up that there was probably this thriving empire of Kongs at one point. So it looks like maybe, I don't know, maybe King Kong is actually Diddy Kong, and that's Grandpa Kong.
Let's be real. Godzilla's going to kick this Kong's ass too.
You think so?
I'm Team Godzilla all the way. So, yeah, he's gonna kick his ass. I mean,
I'm Team Kong.
I like Kong too, but I mean, against this dude, come on.
I mean, it looks like he wipes out both of them, though.
No, that's just toys that he's been given for
just
confidence and motivation
to build them up.
Yeah, like you could win. No, he's not. He's not, especially against these two, Kong and Godzilla. Let's say if they team up and go up against this.
I mean, well, that's clear. It's clearly Batman versus Superman versus Doomsday, right? Like that's what this is. It's Batman versus Superman, the movie, when they have to team up and go against Doomsday. And that's clearly what they're setting up here.
You know, his eyes are crazy in that teaser. Is he? Do you think he's like with Kong with Godzilla powers?
Go over to my screen again. You mean the glowing blue eyes?
The blue.
I think that's just for.
Or is that reflection?
It's probably. You know what? I didn't even think about it.
Or he's a hybrid of both.
Well, maybe. Well, he's clearly not a hybrid, but maybe he's like just souped up on something.
That's Godzilla's breath coming at him.
Yeah, maybe that would be crazy because then that would mean he would be a formidable opponent.
Well, I mean, clearly that's the inference here, right? If he's sitting there on a throne, he's got a Godzilla and a Kong skull laying in front of him. This is clearly meant to be a very formidable, especially if it's going to be some kind of opponent that's going to go up against Godzilla and Kong. So listen, one of the things they did really well with Godzilla versus Kong in that first one was created this whole mythology of the world within the world, right? The whole idea that down deep beneath the surface of the planet where we think there should be nothing but magma, there's actually this world of giants and monsters and things like that where this race of Kongs, if they can build on that and go into a bit of mythology, because remember, King Kong finds that throne room. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff there. They're probably going to connect it in with that. Again, you just give us good giant monsters fighting. I don't know how you replicate that fight they had on the aircraft carrier, because even though that is, by the laws of physics, completely impossible, still, it was pretty awesome to watch Godzilla and Kong standing on an aircraft carrier, dropping bombs on each other. I thought that was pretty awesome. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? It's a cool little teaser announcement. It's not even a teaser trailer. It's a cool little teaser announcement. Why X? I don't know, but Godzilla X Kong, the new empire. What do you think about the title? Are you looking forward to this movie? Have you completely forgotten about the franchise in total? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, MasterClass. With MasterClass, you can learn from the world's best minds anytime, anywhere, and at your own pace. You can learn filmmaking from James Cameron himself, you know, the guy who made 3 of the 4 biggest films of all time. Improve your writing by taking screenwriting from one of the greatest who's ever done it, Aaron Sorkin. Or maybe learn how to make great comedic content by taking comedy by the one and the only Judd Apatow. And many of you guys know I'm a big poker guy, and I recently got a chance to sit down and watch Daniel Negreanu, one of the greatest poker players in the world, teach poker. It was absolutely fantastic. But guys, whatever you're interested in, there is a class for you with over 180 exclusive classes taught by the instructors you know and love. And you can explore lessons in any order you'd like across your phone, tablet, Apple TV, computer, and on the go with audio mode. Individual lessons range from about 10 to 15 minutes in length that fit easily into your everyday life. Guys, I highly recommend you check it out. Get unlimited access to every class, and as a John Campea Show listener, you get 15% off an annual membership. Go to masterclass.com/Campea now. That's masterclass.com/Campea for 15% off Masterclass.